still has police officers on the desk 3 days a week, if you recall. And there needed to be an agreement as to how we would staff the desk if either a police officer or a dispatcher was not available for their shift. That's what this does. In the final analysis gives us we have the agreement that an IBPO officer will be ordered to the desk if there is no other alternative, I should say. So I highly recommend your authority to be able to sign this agreement.
Be approved and authorized.
Motion to have the administrator approve and authorize.
Approved by the council and authorized.
Right. Okay, motion to have the council approve the memo and authorize the administrator for his signature on this document.
So moved, Mr. President.
Second.
Second.
Roll call.
Mrs. Bottomoli? Yes. Mr. McGee?
Yes.
Mrs. O'Hara?
Yes.
Mr. Zalinski?
Yes.
Mr. Giordano?
Yes.
Thank you. I also want to note the attitude of cooperation between the two groups to be able to accomplish this. Much appreciated.
Discussion by council vote other action on award of bid for road salt. Mr. DeJesus.
This came from a recommendation from the Director of Public Works. He's actually piggybacking off the City of Providence, and it's actually going to save the town about $6 per ton. So it's quite a bit of money in savings to piggyback off the City of Providence. We're using Champion Salt LLC.
Question. We started switching over to brine last season.
Yes. Yes, but we still use road salt. We use brine for the pre-treatment,
Yep.
but there still is a role for salt.
Okay, thanks.
Motion to approve the public works purchase of road salt in the amount of $47.75 per ton.
So moved, Mr. President.
Second.
Second.
Roll call.
Mrs. Bottomoli? Yes. Mr. McGee?
Yes.
Mrs. O'Hara?
Yes.
Mr. Zalinski?
Yes.
Mr. Giordano?
Yes. Discussion by council vote other action on a request from zoning board to remit zoning ordinance 5.7.5C to the ordinance review committee for review and possible amendment. Do we know what the issue is here, why they want to do that? Oh, I'm sorry.
I don't, but CJ does.
Good evening. We had a zoning board application for a solar farm in the town about a month and a half ago. As the application was being vetted through the zoning board, we came across some language in that section that we're talking about. I'm paraphrasing here. It says this would pertain to lots 6 acres or more, 6 acres or less on a vacant piece of land, not to exceed 6 acres. So it's just very confusing. I have spoken with Mr. Kravitz. I think instead of remanding this to the ordinance review committee, I think we can just do it administratively and present it to the council, but it's at your pleasure.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to go with that little step. We can take that step right out of that.
Absolutely. The request was made by the zoning board chairman. That's why I presented it the way I did. But in my conversations with Mr. Kravitz, we can probably take care of that administratively.
Has a draft language been crafted yet?
Not yet. We just started talking about it the last day. So
Yeah,
we will
fine.
work on that. And it will be presented to you and have the readings and all that. So as a technical change.
All right. So no action.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Carl.
I think that's it. We already
Invoices on the road.
Guardrails.
swear.
8 to 9.
H.
Oh, yeah. Discussion by council vote or other action on payment of invoice from Rhode Island Slate Roofing for town hall roof repairs. Ezovski?
You have the invoice. The work has been completed and approved by the architect who supervised the work for us.
$2,800, is that it?
Sorry.
No.
It's 20,000, I believe.
2824, 10.5, 3, and 21. Well, they got copper hips for $2,800. They've got missing broken slates, $2,400. Strip and re-roof, $10,500. Chimney repair, $3,000. Lift rental, $2,100 for the week. And I think, is that all I'm Cindy?
Yes.
Is that all?
Total is
$20,800.
$20,800, that's the total.
Is that complete now? They walked away? That's complete? They're done?
This portion of our work is done. There still is more work to be done. As we talk about, reauthorize this, we have lining of the gutters that needs to be accomplished, and we'll be looking at that in next year's capital budget, as well as this work was being completed with the lift on site, the architect and contractor were able to identify that there are more valleys that need the copper flashing replaced. We'll have more to talk about on that in the budget process.
But can you just tell me on the gutters that, is there holes between the seams? Is there no water dripping through there now? I just want to know that there's no water dripping through the roof mainly.
I have not seen, I'm at the building every day, walk by it on other days with my dog, as everyone knows. I have not seen any indication of any leaks through the gutters.
Well, I mean, you didn't go up and look at those seams?
I've been on the roof.
And did you saw there's spaces, which it's just a concern to me that you may not see it, but it may go down there. And I know we talked about it, but I just want to make sure that something's blocking those seams in any way, I'm just very concerned that all the money we spent on all the dental and everything and the painting, if one goes down, it's for nothing. So I just want to stress there better not be any leaks through there.
Councilman, I don't think we'd be talking about this project if I hadn't pressed it forward out of my disgust for the appearance of that building. And I'm not going to do anything or let anything happen that is going to create any deterioration. That's been my objective here. I think we've taken great strides in making sure that that building lasts, regardless of how long we're going to be in it. And I will be watching for any indication that there are other problems with the roof.
That's all I want to know. I just want to make sure that we're on that.
Mr. President, if there's no further dialogue, I'd like to make a motion to approve a payment amount of $20,800 to Rhode Island Slate Roofing for the town hall roof repairs.
Motion, is there a second?
Second.
Discussion? Roll call.
Mrs. Bottomoli? Yes. Mr. McGee?
Yes?
Mrs. O'Hara?
Yes.
Mr. Zelinski?
Yes.
Mr. Biragad?
Yes. Discussion by council vote or other action on award of bid for guardrails. Mr. DeJesus.
This was also a recommendation by the Director of Public Works to piggyback off the Rhode Island Department of Transportation contract. And this funding will be coming from the fiscal 18 capital account that was reserved in the amount of $25,000.
Sorry, so you said 25, right?
$25,000.
These locations are, three of them are locations that have existing guardrail, I think four actually, and one that has none. It's along the Pond House Road site is one where we have the road very close to the edge of the edge of the road is at the slope down to the pond, and there have been several concerns about risk of vehicles going off the road into the pond. Over the past year, I've had the fire department out to check the depth of the pond, and if it was 6 inches deep, we would be doing this. But we've confirmed that there is a depth that could be a concern. It's not an absolute, but it could be a circumstance where a vehicle, a person could be trapped in a vehicle and be underwater.
You want any questions? Okay, motion to approve the cost of $25,000 for the Guardrail from request by Mr. Pendergast.
Is that a
Mr.
motion?
Jesus.
Is that a motion or
That's
a
a-
second?
That is a, looking for a motion.
So moved.
Second, and roll call.
Mrs. Bottomoli?
Yes.
Mr. McGee?
Yes.
Mrs. O'Hara?
Yes.
Mr. Zalinski?
Yes.
Mayor Dyer?
Yes.
Mr. President, before we adjourn, I'd just like to make a brief statement to all the candidates that are running for office tomorrow. Best of luck, and that's it. Good luck to everybody that's running tomorrow. Motion to adjourn, Mr. President?
All in favor?
Aye.
Remember, if you leave-